the music in the background. So, welcome in everybody. I'm glad y'all are all here for Check Your Energy with Yaya. Yes, I don't want words. Because then I'm be listening to the words and not talking to y'all, so I want to be able to talk to you. That's why there's no words. Tonight's topic is what have you learned, and what have you learned now that life is lifing? Like, what have y'all learned? I need to know if this show has taught you something. Have you learned anything? We have went over a lot of stuff in just the few weeks that we've done this show. We've talked about energy and spiritual awakening. We've talked about boundaries, cutting cords and grounding actions, removing negative energy out of us, shifting and elevation, a little bit here, a little bit there. We have learned to release things that no longer serves us. Like, we talked about a lot of stuff. We even talked about Mercury in retrograde, and remember, Mercury is still in retrograde until the 23rd of this month. So there's still a lot of chaos and stuff going on around you. That is why. So you have to be very mindful with the words and with the actions, and think before you react. I think a lot of us in the last couple of days, weeks, we've just reacted. We haven't thought about it. And so I need us to think before we react. Welcome in, Bold. So with all of the topics that we've talked about and everything, I just want to see how everyone's doing, and if things are learned. So feel free to comment in the comments. Also, you can get in the box if you have any input. You're more than welcome to do that. So tonight, because we spent a lot of time talking about boundaries, protecting your peace, choosing your choosing yourself, karma versus consequences, trusting your energy, pride, accountability, releasing what no longer serves us. Have a lot of us released a lot of things that no longer serve us? Have we released some things that no longer? Yes. Okay. And what have you actually learned is the question that I'm asking y'all tonight. So I need for y'all to think about that, because I'm going to ask y'all that question later on. Because knowing something and living something are two different things. Because information doesn't require change. So what have y'all actually learned? Is there one particular thing that you're really focused on? Is it your boundaries? Is it trusting your energy? What is something that you really okay, I'm gonna be better at my boundaries. Supreme. What is it? And if we're being honest, life has been lifing really bad. Life has been lifing, and people have changed, relationships have changed, plans have changed. Some of y'all been carrying things you no longer expected to carry, and you no longer accept to carry. Some of us are smiling on the inside and fighting for your peace on the outside. So tonight we're going to check in with everyone. We're going to check in with everyone. Mercury in retrograde, boundaries. Yes. Anybody got consequences versus karma? Are we shifting and doing any evolution? What are all the things that we are doing? Because there's so much that's going on. And like I said, relationships have changed. Our plans have changed. Even with, we're supposed to go to IRL, that changed. That's a shift. That's something that we're oh, wait, we have to do something. People's relationships have changed. We're no longer carrying things that we won't accept. The show must go on. The show must go on, and the show will go on, because you can't let nobody stop you from what's yours. Because whatever's meant for you is already meant for you. It doesn't matter what road you go on, it's yours. Like it's already set in plan. It's already set in motion. So even if there's a bump in the road or a detour, it's still yours. People can say, I helped you get here or I did this. Well, not really. You were part of the plan. You just didn't know that that was the plan that you were part of. You thought it was for something else, but you literally was actually part of the plan to get you to the next level. And people, they get confused with that when they want to say, I made you, or I helped you create this, or we did this together and we built this. That may be true, we did, but I was already going to get that with or without you because it was already part of my plan. So people have to remember that that's part of the plan. Now, if you've learned something from this show, drop a heart. That is what I set out for. That's what you set out for. What did you set out for? Thank you for the heart. I'm glad y'all learned something. And if you're still working on it, drop some fire. Lovely. We're still working on it. But that's what I'm saying. We've done a lot in this short amount. Whatever goals others feel I have because of them. And that's what I'm saying. You cannot let other people think that they're the one that got you there. I don't care what they say or how they say it. They didn't do that. You did that on your own. Like, take your power back and take your own credit. Do not ever allow someone to say that they got you there. So one of the lessons that we've done in these last couple of weeks was choosing yourself. Have you actually started choosing yourself? That's what I want to ask you. Have you actually started choosing yourself, or are you still putting everyone else's needs ahead of your own? Now, are we doing that? Are we choosing ourselves now? Or are we still putting other people's needs ahead of ours? I'm choosing myself. It's all about me. No one can take away what God has for me. That's right. Let's see. Let's get y'all. It's the choosing. Come on. It's going to let you in, Kelly. Do I have to reset it? Let me reset the box. I like that we're choosing ourselves. See, that's okay. So that means, I'm doing something. Because we have to choose ourselves. Like, if you don't choose yourself, who's going to choose you? Like, that's one of the things that people don't understand. You have to always choose yourself. If you've gotten better at choosing yourself, put a 1 in the comments. If you're still working on it, put a 2.
There we go. It let me in. Oh, shit. Damn.
You're in.
I'm a little mini fro out today. Oh, Lord.
Okay, we got a lot of 1s. Y'all are doing better at choosing yourselves. I like that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I struggle so hard with putting myself first. And, I started, doing stuff for other people, putting their needs before mine. So, for the last about 2 weeks, I've been putting my needs first. Like, if I need it for myself, not my wants, my needs. Because, my wants could wait. But I've really done a lot better with putting my needs forward. And I can say it has shown a change in myself, and it's shown a change in other people too. Yeah. Because you can really tell what people that are there for you, because when they ask you something, you be like, no, I got to take care of this for me. I got something I got to do for myself. Certain people don't get mad, but certain people do get mad. And those people that do get mad, those are the people that you got to step away from and cut off. And I'm coming to learn that.
Right.
So, that cut list has become really long.
Right. And some of those people, when you need them, they won't even answer the phone for you. That's the cold part. When you need them, they'll put themselves first and they won't even answer the phone. But every time they hit you up, you're right there. You're always choosing them when you need to choose yourself. So I'm glad that was one of the lessons that y'all learned. And I'm glad to see that there was a lot of 1s in the comments. That meant that, we're progressing. Now, the second thing that we also touched on was boundaries. When somebody crosses your boundaries now, do you speak up? Or do you stay quiet just to avoid conflict? Because keeping fake peace usually costs you real peace. Stop them dead in their tracks. So we are working on boundaries. We have our boundaries set and we're holding strong on our boundaries. Because some people don't have boundary problems, they have an access problem. That's their problem. They have access. Oh, I've been speaking, but I need to be quiet and let my moves speak for you. You have to understand speaking in boundaries. Like your boundaries is different. Boundaries is you're setting certain things that you're not allowing to happen. And you have to remember. Welcome in, Emoji. I had that issue. Right. Speaking up, that's different than having boundaries. We need to set our boundaries. It's like, I'm not going to tolerate this, or this is something that I'm not going to deal with. Those are your boundaries that you set for yourselves. And you go back, I got it on YouTube where you can look at the boundaries. But boundaries is things that you set for yourself. And if someone crossed that boundary line of yours, you good on them for a minute. You put them in timeout. It's okay. You know, because there is unlimited access to you for as long as you'll let them. And they'll keep on pushing your boundaries. If you keep on, they will keep on pushing your boundaries. They will push it until they get your boundaries where they want it to be. And that's the problem. A lot of people will let someone push, and move the boundary. And then when you look at it, it's not even your boundary anymore. So some of us still need to work a little bit on the boundaries, but I'm glad. Now, for any of y'all in the comments, finish this sentence. I finally stopped. What did you finally stop when it comes to your boundaries? Until you complete broken. No. Welcome in. You finally stopped caring, allowing, seeking external validation. Yep. See? I finally stopped arguing, allowing people to take my kindness for weakness, folding, fighting, seeking understanding. Now, seeking understanding, that's a good one, because why sometimes it's not for you to understand, it's for you to walk away. Not everything requires a conversation or understanding. Sometimes a simple walk off is understanding. And a lot of us feels like we need to have validation, or we need to know, well, why? We don't. It's not eye to eye. It's by. Agreed. No excuses. Right. So I'm glad that y'all did that one. So the next lesson that we learned was karma or consequences. Knowing that no is a statement. No is a statement. And a lot of people don't like no. A lot of people don't like when you tell them no. They want to keep on going until they're finished. And you got to take that power back from them. You have to stand true in your own self and not allow people to, I don't want to say manipulate, but they will push you and they will try to manipulate you for it makes sense to them. And you can't always make it make sense to them. So I'm glad that y'all learned that. Now, karma versus consequences. Everyone wants to blame karma. Sometimes it isn't karma, sometimes it's the consequences. And sometimes, our mouth write a check that our peace can't cash. And when you ask yourself, what part did I play? Have you become more aware of the way you speak? I think it's just life. Sarah, you're right. It is just life. Karma and consequences is just life. I agree. It is. Thank y'all. Welcome in. Karma is a universal response. It is. And sometimes, remember we talked about karma, delayed karma? And that's when you're thinking someone is getting away with something all the time. Hey, you're thinking they're getting away with it all the time, and then you look up and then it's like, boom, they hit a wall and you're like, wait, what happened? Karma got them. That's karma delayed. Consequences is what you apply on people, right? And a lot of people try to apply consequences and blame it on karma. You have to know the difference. I'm more mindful of my words. We talked about words. We talked about how powerful our words are and how we have to learn how to respond. Thank y'all for tapping the screen. Welcome in, everyone. Mr. Jiggles. And so we have to understand that everybody wants to blame karma. What's up?
I have a true understanding of the movie A Thousand Words with Jim Carrey, where he had to literally withhold from speaking to have a better understanding. One of the things going on around him more than he involved himself in. And it's crazy how that silence can make things a lot louder.
Yes.
I don't think a lot of people be understanding that.
It's hard for people to understand how much silence makes things louder and harder. You are correct. It does. Bo said, yep, true. Supreme said true. Yeah. And it's true. Like when you're silent, it really, it's more of an impact and you're just like, wait, so you're just not going to pay attention to anything? You agree too, Sarah.
Receiver zone.
Brings clarity. Yes. You
You're receiving more than you're putting out.
Yeah. And you have to pay attention. A lot of people don't. Okay, the next lesson that we talked about it. We did a lot in these. Has it been a full month? Oh, okay. We talked about pride, ego, priority, and peace. And I asked y'all before what was more important, winning or sleeping peaceful at night? Which one is more important? Winning or sleeping peaceful at night? Because this got to do with your pride, your ego, priority, and peace. Hey, Shawnee. Sleeping peaceful. Now, let me ask you a question. Has sleeping peaceful have always been the thing? Or was it more about being right? Was it more about because of your ego wanting to be right? Because some people are more about, no, I need to be right. Sarah said peace. Okay. Because a lot of people, men, y'all are awful quiet because men wants to win. They're more about winning. They're not really concerned about your peace. Men, why are y'all quiet? I need y'all to step up and come to the front of the building.
So I agree with Short on that. I do think at one of the biggest lessons that I've had to learn, especially in dealing with my father, was it's not really about me being right. Sometimes, like you say, that silence, that I'm not just going to say anything. Whatever you say, I'm going to let you have it because it's going to give me peace at night. Because if I keep arguing and trying to prove my point back and forth with you, my blood pressure going to be up. Yeah. I'm finna be mad when I go to bed at night. And you at home sleeping peacefully because you don't even care about what we was even talking about.
Nope. So why are you giving them all that energy? Why are you putting all that?
So why exactly? And I had to learn, like, it's not even worth me giving all that energy anymore. You can have it. You're right.
Yeah,
and just leave it at that.
It's like, well, what am I arguing for? Like, what? There's no point. Okay, go ahead. Like, people don't get that, and so it's a thing. There are so many sides to most things. You're correct, Sarah. And if any of y'all want to get into the box and want to have a conversation, you're more than welcome. I'm on 2 different platforms, so you hear other people talking on the other platform. Just be kind and mind your business is what Sarah said. At the end, our blood pressure's up and we stress. Not you can't sleep. See, I knew it was a man in the background that was going to want to cause chaos. See, it's always the men. See, it only takes one man to make the rest of y'all look like that. Always. It only takes one. And Mr. Jiggles is the one that's standing up for the rest of the men in the class. Okay, come on.
Can you clarify a little bit on what you just said? I caught part of it. I might have caught it wrong.
About what? Are you
were saying
wanting to win, or you wanting peace at night? Do you want peace at night, or are you always trying to win an argument or win a conflict? Is it always about winning for you, or is it about peace? Are you wanting to sleep?
I mean, I love my peace, but if it is a debatable type thing going on, whether it's verbal or physical.
So your ego gets in the way.
Fight back.
Your ego gets in the
Fight
way.
back.
Right. See?
Fight back.
Men prove my point. Men always want to fight back. Their ego get in the way. That is the thing right there.
But no. Now I say this to say that I don't feel that that's a man thing, because I know plenty of women that say the same thing and they move in that same manner.
You never know so many things, what kind of day you've had. Yeah, I'm saying a lot of people don't know what people are carrying. And that's the thing. You don't know what people are carrying. They may look all put together right here in these platforms, on these screens, at work, wherever you interact with people. You do not know what people are carrying. And then you want to come at them with some other stuff. And it's just like, whoa. I get it, but, I'm trying to protect my peace. Supreme, I would rather sleep without stress. Exactly. Like, there's certain things that certain people do at night before they go to bed. Some people put their phone down an hour before, don't answer any calls or anything, and they have a nightly routine to help them to be able to sleep stress-free. If I ain't stressing on my bills and kids, I ain't stressing. But if you send it up there, you don't have to stress because you know it's already taken care of. And that's that speaking things into existence. That's the power of the tongue. Not the tongue that Supreme used, but the power of the tongue. Like, it's when you speak things, don't even stress on that. That's what I'm saying. You don't stress on that. Or if they're packing right. Mr. Jiggles.
Man, all y'all women's is up in here lying on people. All y'all women is lying on shit. I don't know what it is about y'all women's lying on shit, because none of y'all got goddamn peace. Y'all bring up shit 4 months ago. Y'all be arguing one day, and 4 months later, y'all bring it up. Y'all ain't at peace. Y'all having that shit that's put on the goddamn fire mantle that's waiting for another reaction. Get the fuck out of here. All y'all lying this shit.
See? That's what I'm saying. Some conversations deserve a response, and some deserve the block button. But I'm not going to block Mr. Jiggles, but I'm just saying. Jiggles came in here, and he proved the point that we were saying.
I'm not lying.
Look, they tell you to get back down in the comments where you belong, because you are making the men look bad. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Did we trigger you?
Yes, y'all triggered him.
We triggered him.
What he was trying to say, you can give a woman a world and she gonna still want more. It's gonna be something else. It's gonna always be something that you didn't do.
It's you trying to mansplain it for us.
It's not mansplaining. He mansplained. I am not a mansplainer.
I stopped listening.
No, I don't
no
like
one
to
person's
mansplain.
the same. Right.
I understand what he's saying. Like, you can get someone your location and a copy of a credit card and your schedule. They still gonna be on your bumper like you got time to go do something else.
Are like that. Yes, some are like that.
Right, and that's what he was speaking on. Yes, Granny, he did not say it right. What's going on, Fresh?
We don't want to know where the name comes from. Leave Jiggles alone.
Yeah, you know what he was talking about.
Listen. Some requires to be silent and not say nothing, and that's what I'm saying. Jiggles, we're doing a show. Don't come in here with your foolishness.
But I'm just saying, we can talk and stuff like that. We had our discussion. We go at peace. 2 months later, women bring it back up. Men's like, what the hell? How do we bring this back up?
You sound triggered. Somebody hurt you? Who hurt you?
I'm not triggered. It's just, y'all talking about, I want to be able to sleep at night. You sleeping at night, but that stuff is still on a mantle. That's not right.
I say
most men just talk about it and they leave it alone.
He's stressed. See, that's a man's perspective. No, but that's how a man see it. That's what I'm saying. Men see it differently than women. And that's your thing. Guilty or triggered. Right. So, see, you're seeing it from a man's perspective, which I understand and I get. And we're telling you from a woman's perspective. And you're not trying to hear it because you're still trying to talk about putting it on a mantle and all those things. We're just letting it go.
But who's to say that because you all had a conversation about it, the issue was handled?
Right.
You just, for a lot of men, you feel
No,
like,
we can't start.
oh, well, once she tell you how she feel, you listen to it. You didn't give no change of recourse. You didn't do anything to give her some type of security that
Right, Sarah.
her feelings were, one, heard. Two, you identified that there was an issue, that you know that this is something you can't do going forward again. You didn't respect her boundaries or anything like that. So, of course, if she doesn't feel like she was heard, yeah, any little thing could bring that back up 4 to 6 months later.
Yeah.
Now, you can't get mad at her because you didn't give her the security that was needed for her to let that go.
Oh, Lord, preach.
So we do have a lot of that going on.
He avoided and dismissed the past.
She's definitely correct. It's definitely a lot of that going on both sides.
Y'all are wild in the comments. I don't even know.
I'm just saying, like, I wholeheartedly agree with everything she said.
Right. And
Personally, when people get to coming across issues or miscommunications or misconceptions, I don't look at it as a him or her thing. It's always going to be a human.
why is it always going to be a him? Why come it can't be a him?
Human, not
human.
him, not
Okay.
her. Not him, not her. Human.
Okay.
Meaning something that all of us can do.
Right.
Something that all of us can possibly come across.
Right.
Versus it being his fault or her fault.
This is
or
true.
she didn't listen or he didn't do what I said or, whatever it is.
It's us. It's an us thing. See, everyone agrees. Welcome in. I'm sore for whatever has been hurting me. Right. I get it, Sarah. She said, I'm sorry, but be the better person for your sake. Thank you. Welcome in. Okay, let's go to the next topic. Boy, y'all, lesson 5 was on trusting your energy. How many times have your intuition whispered, this doesn't feel right? And instead of listening, you started making excuses for someone else's behavior. Your energy usually knows long before your mind already admits it. So how many of us, damn near, Miss K, how many of us stop listening to our intuition? Or is such a pretty name? Oh. Miss K, welcome to the class. You're running a little late, but glad to see you. I'm always listening to mine. Okay, are you listening to it and are you following what it's saying or are you just listening? Yes, I have been before. That's why I married a narcissist. Dang. Hope you got a divorce.
I'm so sorry to hear that, Miss Yemi. Shit. Yo.
Always listen to your instincts.
Shit.
That one sent you somewhere.
Yeah, that should be
Always try to turn. Oh, it's okay. She's divorced now. It's fine.
Yay!
She's divorced from the narcissist. It's fine.
But what was I gonna say? No, but so like with the rules from the past couple of weeks that you've asked us to install into our lives or our daily form, I kind of feel like I've been reverting back into an old self.
What does that look like? What does the revert look like?
What does the revert look like?
Yeah. What are you doing?
It's to some people it may look very selfish. To some people who pay attention, it's just me focusing on me.
But that's not
and
you
making
reverting.
sure that I'm good. Or
but how is that reverting back to your old self? You're choosing yourself. You're putting yourself first. You're setting boundaries, something that you hadn't been doing prior to this. So how is that going?
No facts. No, but the thing is, like, that wasn't what I've been doing. Like, anybody hit me up or call, hey, bro, I need or hey, can you help with this, da da da, and I'm running the jump. Now I'd be like, fuck you.
I often say stop running the jump. Would they do the same thing for you if you asked them?
I mean, it's on their own time.
So why do it?
So I gotta move on my own.
You got to move on your own time, and you got to choose yourself. So you're not listening to your intuition when it's whispering to you not to do it. You're just going ahead and doing it. So you failed that segment. So we need to go back to that one with you. So,
Damn.
yeah, we're gonna.
I failed.
Yeah, you failed that one. So we're gonna run that back.
How I failed?
Yeah, you failed because you just said that you reverted back to your ways. So that's one. Hold on, let me write that one down. Let me put a X by this one to make sure that we go back to teaching him this one. Trust your energy needs to be taught again. Got it. For one person. Okay, great. Okay. Oh, not the... Yes, he's got to reassign. Look, he's not going to pass. Y'all know I keep a spreadsheet. Quit playing with me. Y'all think I ain't been sitting here all this time and not have a spreadsheet?
Now, let me just say it again. Like, I don't think it's that much of a bad thing, me reverting back to my old self. Like, I could have been perfectly fine then, and then came across other people that threw me off my trail, off my track.
Okay, well, let me ask
Have
you
me
this.
focusing on them or whatever the fuck. You hear me? Chill out.
Are you releasing what no longer serves you?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Because people think letting go means losing.
Letting go don't mean losing.
Sometimes letting go means winning. Everything you lose is a loss.
Letting go means releasing.
Right. So that's why I'm saying, are you, like, some people are afraid to release what no longer serves them because they're so used to that habit.
Do you want to grow and become something else?
I know you're not asking me that question. I'm trying to ask you that question. Do you want to grow and become someone else? That is the question. We have to turn the page. We do. And that's the thing. Like, something simple as reaching, a lot of stuff is reaches expiration date. A lot of people don't know that when it's time to release what no longer serves you. Not the student trying to teach. Right. You saw him. He tried to teach me. I'm like, hold up. What are you doing here? Like, back up. Like, sit back. You ain't even been to class on time in a minute. So what is we talking about? But like I said, some things reach an expiration date. And when I say some things, it can be relationship. It can be habits, our mindsets. Even a version of ourselves, we can, reach an expiration date. And it no longer serves us, the version that we're in. Sometimes we do a disservice to ourselves. We do. Because we stay in a version of ourselves that we're not comfortable in anymore because we've grown, but other people think we are.
Nobody trying to hear that shit. What's up?
Ain't nobody trying to hear what the fuck you saying. So why are you in here? Why are you in here? You ain't got nothing better to do. So, and so sometimes life moves when we refuse to move. Like, we have to remember that life will move when we refuse to move it. And that's a lot of things that we don't like to do. We want to move when we want to move. And sometimes we'll just get pushed into the next room. And you're wondering, how did I get there? Now, let me ask y'all, what have y'all released this year? Is it a person, a habit, fear, self-doubt? What have you released this year? People? Okay. Oh, we got a lot of people pleasing people.
I released a few people and a handful of habits.
And how did that make you feel?
Lighter.
So, were the habits and the people no longer beneficial to you, or they didn't serve a purpose? Fear, disappointment?
I'm gonna say it like I set out a plan for myself, and whatever I felt about them, they didn't fit the plan. Whether they were a benefit to me during that time or not, like they didn't necessarily fit my ongoing plan. So I would have to, just cut those ties or cut back on 8 minutes or whatever it is.
And a lot of people have done the, releasing people, like removing people from their lives and habits and stuff. So that's not a bad thing. What up, Callie?
If I was to say with me, definitely had to release quite a few people this year. But one thing I would say I've done better at is my fear of failure.
Okay, good.
I've been secretly making some moves that I was scared to make for myself in prior years because I was afraid of what the outcome could have been. But this year I put my foot down with myself and I took a step, and I got a call the other day. One of them things actually worked out. So,
oh, congratulations.
That's a good thing. Still waiting on a call for the next one. But it with me, I have a big fear of trying to do something and not succeeding in it and then not trying it ever again. So I've been working real hard on that with myself, so I can say I've become very good at that.
Yeah. And some of us got to move in silence for a little bit. You never show everything that you're doing up front because people want to tear it down.
Correct. I definitely agree with you on that, and I definitely agree with Callie on that. Like, you got to be able to trust yourself that you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
In order to take them risks that you've never done. Know that you're going to be okay. Know that your plan going to work. Know that you're going to be a winner and stand triumphant in the end. Like, yeah, it sounds a little selfish or big-headed, but whatever motivates you to get through those little tough times by yourself.
Sometimes it's self-doubt. We have a lot of self-doubt because we don't believe we can do it because we didn't see anyone around us do it. So it's hard to be like, you don't want to be the first one, but you want to be the first one. But you don't want to be the first one to fail. You want to be the first one to succeed. But a lot of people will tell you that they got.
I like how you run that up, Rick. Yeah. Because earlier y'all called that ego.
No, it's not the same thing. That was
tell me something.
That was not the same thing.
Okay. Wait a minute. I got a question, though.
Okay.
We said we got rid of people because they don't benefit us, right? What kind of benefits are you looking for?
They're saying that they got rid of people. Why did you, was it a mindset? Was it a relationship? What was it? Was it a version of yourself? They got rid of people because they no longer either benefited them, which means they didn't bring value to their life. And it could be even as a friendship, communication and talking to them. You know how you can talk to someone and every time you talk to them, it's always negative, and then they're always bringing that negativity to you? After a while, that's draining, and you don't want that. That's unhealthy. So when I say a benefit, some people look at it as monetary when it's actually like you're just draining me every time we talk. And I'm tired. I need peace. That's where the peace comes in. If you didn't know, this show is called Check Your Energy with Yaya. That's what we're doing. Checking with your energy. That's what this show is all about. We talk about energy. We talk about how to communicate better. That is what this show is about. Check your energy with Yaya. So this is so all of these, and Mr. Jiggle, this is your first time here. That's what all of this is about. And we've had a few classes where people have, we've had conversations. And we also talked about shifting versus evolving. And the difference is shifting changes your direction. Evolution changes who you become. And can you honestly say the same Can you say the same thing about yourself when you started this show? Are you the same person?
No, I'm not, because I like when I cut people off, I advise them to shift onward to elsewhere. Like in my old mind, where I want to still help the person, I advise them to shift elsewhere, because the help or the shoulder or the ear isn't there for you anymore.
Evolved. Good. I'm glad to hear you evolve. That's what I'm saying, because growth should make us feel uncomfortable. Anytime we're growing, we should feel uncomfortable, because it's more of the fear of the unknown. And
Why?
so, because you don't know what's out there, so some people are afraid to grow, but you also
you set
feel
out to be this
uncomfortable.
great person. If you start to become them, why would you?
But you don't know what you're
Weird.
going to do. I'm still working on the boundaries. But I'm saying, because growth makes you uncomfortable, because you don't know what's on the other side. You know that you
Yeah,
need
Kelly,
to
we
grow.
can drink and smoke in class.
According to him, he put his glass up in there taking a shot. Like, what in the world? But we just got to know, shifting changes your direction, and evolution changes who you become. And I've seen a lot of people stepping into who they're becoming and not just shifting and changing their direction. So a lot of us have been doing that. And that's where a lot of the uncomfortability is going on. The energy, the things that are around us has moved and shifted a little bit, and things are not the same like they used to be, because a lot of us are doing things differently. That goes to last week when you the truth and your purpose. Right, that does go to last week. But that's what I'm saying. So a lot has been going on. So there has been a lot of shifting. There has been a lot of changes happening. And so everyone is evolving. And then life changes people. Life changes, people changes. How did you respond? That was another topic that we talked about. Life changes, people change. How did you respond? And here's the part where life changes. People change. Sometimes people leave. Sometimes people disappoint us. And sometimes our health changes. Our finances change. And sometimes the plan you worked on so hard, it completely falls apart. It doesn't involve me. I don't finish. Prayer. Did you panic? But, with all those changes, it was like, okay, did you panic, or did you pause? Or did you react? Or did you respond? See, those things with the changes, it's like, did I panic? Did I react? You released. Did you lose yourself trying to hold on to people who already let you go? Have anyone lost themselves by trying to hold on to people who had already let them go? You did? Or did you finally choose your own peace? Some of us chose our own peace. Because life changes because it has to. And sometimes people change because they choose to. And we have a hard time understanding that. Life changes because it has to. People changes because they choose to. And sometimes you change because you finally got tired of accepting less than you deserve. And none of those are easy changes. But every one of them has taught us something. Did life change for you? You have no choice sometimes, right? Did life change? Yeah, okay, life did change. Did you change? Thank you. Did life change, and did you change? Everything changed. Yes. Okay, I have a question. Life taught me that. What did life teach you? Thank you. Life taught me that what did life teach us? in this last year. Not everyone is to blame for my troubles, okay? Because life, it teaches us a lot that you don't listen. This is true. Now, I'm with you when you're right. I need to see the truth no matter how painful it is. Life taught me to use my shame as my power. There we go. See? We're learning and we're opening up and we're being more aware of ourselves, and that's a good thing. A lot of people are not that aware of themselves. They think it in their head, but to speak it out loud, it's different, and people's ears and minds aren't aligned. Okay, this is a lightning round. I want y'all to type either one. Peace or pride? Peace. Okay. Peace. Boundaries or burnout? Peace. Boundaries or burnout? Choose one. Boundaries or burnout? You setting boundaries or you burning out? Boundaries. Okay. Growth or comfort? Growth or comfort? Are you growing or you just want to stay comfortable in where you're at? Energy or ego? Uncomfortable. You need to grow. I'm going to need you to grow, not uncomfortable. Energy or ego? Energy. Okay. Y'all are, look at y'all. Now, this one may be a hard one. It may be not so hard. Forgiveness or revenge? See who's grown. Forgiveness or revenge? Okay. It's both. Y'all are almost there. It's the revenge and the both for me. It's crazy. Holding on or letting go? I'm still working on that one. Okay, we'll come back to the forgiveness and the revenge at a later date. Holding on or letting go? Letting go? Okay, that's good. Fear or faith? Fear or faith? Okay. Now let me ask you this. Who changed the most so far? Has it been you, the people around you, or was it both? Who's changed the most? Has it been you, the people around you, or both? Okay, everyone's saying me. Okay, I like the me's. I like the me's. And so, with all of that, what we've learned is history versus purpose. And just because you invested years into something doesn't mean you're supposed to invest the rest of your life. History versus purpose. I can't change other people. I can only change me. That's true. And so, are you protecting your future or are you protecting your history? History versus purpose. Just because you invested years into something doesn't mean you're supposed to invest the rest of your life. And are you protecting your future or are you protecting your history? Loyalty versus self-abundance. Loyalty is beautiful until it requires you to betray yourself. At what point does loyalty become self-abandonment?
I gotta chime in on this one because if you follow the rules, like if everything that you give out involuntarily you will receive in one shape or form, It's like kind of hard to say. You just want to do everything for yourself because then you're not doing the right thing, correct?
It depends on what you're talking about.
So if we move off your chakras, and the like one of the basis of it is each one teach one, each one reach one. But if I focus only on myself, I won't ever reach a one or another.
We're not saying to focus on yourself forever. We're saying to focus on yourself for what you're trying to get to the next level. Because each one teach one. So yes, you're focusing.
You think I'm gonna change the rules once I get?
What rules? Somebody help me. Grace.
If I go along a guideline that helps me properly elevate,
Okay, so you're
why
talking
would
about
I
history.
change those guidelines or make adjustments as I rise?
You're talking about history versus purpose. So
Correct.
you're investing years into something that no
Can be
longer.
looked back upon and appreciated, or can tell a story, or can.
But it doesn't mean you're supposed to invest the rest of your life on it. Are you protecting the future or are you protecting your history? Like,
My history.
okay, so you're doing something. Why are you still doing it if, like, what is the purpose of continuing to do something if you're just doing it just to go along to get along? Are you really protecting and investing in your future, or are you just doing it because that's what you're used to doing? It's your norm. That's what that is. Just because you invested years into something doesn't mean you're supposed to invest the rest of your life into it. There is a time frame where you do move on. And we're going to move on to grace versus guilt. A lot of people stay because they don't want to be disappointed anymore. A lot of us do that. A lot of people stay because thank you, but I think that's the circumstances. What, grace and guilt? Leaving with grace doesn't mean leaving without sadness. It means leaving without bitterness. And a lot of people don't understand that. Grace versus guilt. Are you guilty or are you grace? A lot of people stay because they don't want to disappoint anyone. And a lot of people want to leave with grace. And you can leave with grace, but you don't have to be bitter. And then we have grace. See, everything is grace. Boundaries versus punishment. I don't ever want to be disappointed. No one really wants to be disappointed, but a lot of people stay because they don't want to disappoint. Have you been in a relationship with someone and you stayed because you didn't want to disappoint them? Or have you done something and stayed there because you didn't want to disappoint them, but you were ready to go? Okay, that's guilt. That's guilt. You stayed out of guilt. I don't anymore, thank you. But I'm saying that's the whole topic. Not me. Been there like, but see, that's what I'm saying. Look, that one choked me up. Boundaries versus punishment. Some people think boundaries is revenge. It isn't. A lot of people think boundaries is revenge. It's not. Boundaries simply says, I can love what this season gave me and without staying in it forever. A lot of us can accept the season we're in, love it, thank you for it, and move on. That's boundaries. We have to get the protection over peace. Right, we have to get protection over peace. But people will make you stay in situations because they make you feel like it's boundaries and it's punishment. No, it's not revenge. because you set boundaries. Leaving can feel like punishment, but it's consequences. You know, we talked about consequences. But you can also love what the season gave you without staying in it forever. A lot of people don't get that. A lot of people think you're supposed to stay in there. And recently, I realized I had to ask myself a hard question. And this is me. I recently had to ask myself a hard question. Am I excited about what I'm doing, or am I just enduring it? And that question changed everything for me. Am I staying out of guilt? What am I pretending still fits? And what conversations have I been avoiding? What has my energy been trying to tell me that I keep talking myself out of? I ask myself if I'm happy or if I'm miserable. So we have to say what we mean what we say, and we have to make our mouth match our energy. We just have to. And it's been so much that has happened. And so I do want to leave y'all with our weekly affirmation, which is, I don't fear change. I grow through it. I trust myself enough to adjust without losing my peace. And tonight's crystal was Laperite. And this crystal is growth, adapt, move, change. And it's a piece of your power. It's getting your power back. And the question isn't whether change is coming. It always is. The question is, are you going to lose yourself every time something around you changes? And that's the question that we have to always ask ourselves. Are we going to lose ourselves with change, the beautiful color it is? And that's tonight's crystal. And I'll have that up. And let's pull an affirmation card real quick. Like I said, I did not pull the tarot cards. I will pull those later. There was so much going on today that my energy was a little off that I couldn't. Look, the card pulled out. Here it is, right here. This is the affirmation card that I pulled for tonight. This is tonight's affirmation card. And it says, you're not moving too slowly. Drop the self. Endure pressure. You are at a sweet spot between taking care of yourself and still making advancements on your goals. On this path, there is no such thing as being behind. Smile, breathe, and carry on. So I will post that affirmation card up tonight. And then let's pull a crystal card and see what crystal we have for tonight. Right on points. Listen, that's why I always wait and pull the cards with everybody else. I never know which one. That one flipped out when I was shuffling the deck, and that was the card that I picked. And that's the one that was talking to me. Okay. And the card that I pulled tonight is green aventurine. And this crystal card is abundance. And it's a heart healing crystal, and it's abundance. Green aventurine attracts abundance and heart healing. It aligns with the heart chakra, fosters love, balance, and growth. This crystal also supports emotional well-being. I am open to love and abundance. That was the card that I pulled today. So those are the two cards. I will post those up later. I will pull the tarot cards in the morning. It was so much going on today that the reading would have been off. And when I know a reading is going to be off, I don't even try it. So first thing in the morning, when everything is clear, mind's clear, everything is clear, I'll pull the tarot cards and I'll put those up for everybody to see. And then I'll download this and I'll put this on YouTube. Thank y'all all for coming and enjoying the show. I hope y'all took something from it. It was a good look back on all the topics that we talked about. Like, I was like, oh, we've really been growing and learning together. Like, what? We really been growing and learning. I'm like, okay. We passed. Everyone passed except for Elroy. He may have to go and take another class. Just one class. Maybe I'll just give him a little pop quiz. Yeah, he was the only one. Now, Mr. Jiggles, he didn't pass at all. I mean, he just came to class. Now, see, you talking about poor Elroy, Mr. Jiggles. Now, this was your first day here. I cheated off of Lachey's paper. See, that's your problem. You're cheating. Stop watching other people's papers, because her notes was even right. She gave you last month's notes. But thank y'all all for coming. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all, everyone here. I'm going to go ahead and end this live before these